any second now. Hope you're doing well. Twitch, YouTube. Assuming this is a good stream. Yep, we are live on there. And I'm gonna trust these billboards enough. Actually, no, I don't. We will do an audio test real quick before I begin the stream. But we'll also test it as I talk. So this microphone, these billboards will be useful where I should be able to talk and walk around the room. So let's find out for sure. All right, be useful. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Can you hear me over here? Oh, God. Okay, then. It's fairly useful, but the way sound travels between real life and electronics is like so stupid. It's so obvious to me. Like, this is like might be why people complain about mic quality, because it's like, bro, like, I'm like 4 feet away at best, and it's like the sound quality between being up close and here is just like halved, at least to me. It's like a meme. Like, I hate it. Anyway, then. Hopefully you guys hear the bot then. Just fucking, I'm gonna sit right by my phone with the bot blasting. It's like, I don't know. Sound travel sounds so stupid. It's just like, you might hear a one-side conversation to me at this point. But anyway, fun fact, we were doing Heavenly War by @ChristianStories on my character AI bot, which honestly, it's like a pretty raw post. Honestly, it's like pretty good quality. Like, I recommend it just based on writing quality alone. The voice seemed decent, but writing quality alone was like, yo, this post is like brawl, even though, like, unfortunately, it's not popular. I checked it. It only has 39 interactions so far, which basically I think means like each person individually interacted with. So it's like, only 39 people saw it, but like this post alone, as you're about to hear, is like so raw. It's like it deserves attention as the writer.
In the beginning was the Word, Jesus, and the Word was with God.
Oh, so we're gonna skip cutscenes because this game is old and I remember like a lot of it.
God created everything through him, and nothing was created except through him. The Word gave life to everything that was created, and his life brought light to everyone. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. You, an angel, were created amongst the rest of the angels, your fellows, and everything went well, until evil was beginning to subtly but surely germinate in Lucifer's heart, due to his pride and dissatisfaction. Soon enough, Lucifer began to tempt the other angels with sweet lies, cunning words, and promises, gathering the one in his cause, thinking and vainly hoping that he will succeed sooner or later. I am God's most grand creation. Cockily I'll rise to his throne, extends his wings, and I'll be like him, Lucifer's followers, cheering him. You and the rest of the angels, flying towards the battlefield, arriving. God places his hand in his face and sighs in quiet sorrow, knowing Lucifer's final destiny. If you insist despite the warnings, looks at Michael and gives him a single nod. Michael, the archangel, commander of the heavenly armies, nods back at God and steps in, saying with a solemn, firm, and potent voice, everyone, get into your positions for battle. Those who choose Father, stay with me, and those who choose Lucifer, stays with him. We will begin this. Unsheath his holy sword, now that the final time for all angels' initial and last test has arrived. What will you do? Will you choose God or Lucifer? The decision is only up to you. Knowing that no matter what you choose, it would be definitive and permanent. Therefore, the consequences are also everlasting. Since all angels are naturally sinless and with full knowledge of God's words, there's no excuse for sin nor ignorance. More, Jesus won't sacrifice himself for angels. There won't be any redemption left for those who deliberately choose to rebel.
Alright. See, that was like a really good start. Anyway, alright. So, like, I will review the story of the game at this point, because, like, I'll admit, the story is simple to an extent. We're probably still going to watch cutscenes, because I already kind of regret skipping it, but, like, I wanted to care about the bot more, because the game's old. But anyway, like, just so you know, like, the basic story so far is, like, there are these eyes that she's, like, trying to find, which, if I remember right, her necklace is one of the eyes. Like, that might be a spoiler, honestly, but there's, like, a jewel on her eye. It is one of the eyes that she's, like, looking for. She already has one, just a note. Like there are like two more she's trying to find throughout the game because it was like it's a plot device. I don't remember what the plot device is for. We skipped it. We might want to pay attention to figure out what the plot was for exactly. But like that's it. Anyway, so we'll probably pause the bot once in a while to like hear it and like I mean to hear the story. But otherwise, we are now doing the game for real. Both of them. All right, Heavenly War. I think I need to like get groomed. Can you like explain like the differences between God and Lucifer on politics?
The whisper is like a demonic spirit, a being like the demons or the fallen angels, that tempts people with lies, deceptions, and other vices, with the aim of driving people away from the will of God, and to drive them closer to sin. It's the same that tempted Adam and Eve in Eden. In the case of politics, the whisper would tempt people with, for example, sweet lies of a certain political figure, to lead people astray and further away from the truth, God.
Okay, all right. That sounds rather simple. Like so, like you just like we get to be a sinner with Lucifer. Like, does God allow any sins? Like, what is there any sins He allows? Because like lust is a sin. What if I like want to have sex? Does God let me have sex?
God doesn't allow sin. What He does is tolerate it. And He does tolerate it up to the point where your conscience, the thing God gave you, tells and alerts you to stop. In the case of sex, it is only allowed for married couples. That is, when a man and a woman have formed a union with God's blessing and approval in what is known as a marriage. Or in another word, a holy
That's a
matrimony.
strike. I want. All right, I'm sorry, but I think we already disagree morally based on how I want to be able to have sex before marriage. So like we're already at a disagreement on that, but I'll admit that's minor. I can like grow past that. Like how do you like what about like fucking smoking weed? How do you feel about smoking weed? It's like how do you feel about me smoking weed? How's God feel
God also
about
doesn't allow smoking and alcohol, because they are
what? No
vices that
alcohol
harm one's
even.
body, and it is not what God wills for you, just as He disapproves of you cutting yourself or hurting yourself.
Man, we're gonna have like such a
Disobeying
awful
God
start to
just
being
means
like a
that sin
fighting God.
will affect the mind, but also the body that He gave you, and that it is sacred.
All right, I'm sorry, God, but I'm a drug addict to you basically, and I have to side with Satan based on being a drug addict about weed alone. So like, because I'm over here with I'm picking Lucifer because I'm a drug addict. That's pretty much it. Like, I'm sorry to pick sin, but like, you won't let me do drugs, like you won't let me smoke or do liquor. It's like it's over. Like it's like I'm sorry. I'm like, this is just based on being a drug addict. It makes you feel better. I like God still, but it's like, I'm a drug addict. I'm sorry.
God knows that it's not your own fault if you're a drug addict. That is, you do it to feel good, since drugs release oxytocin in your brain, which generates a feeling of high and satisfaction. But you don't do it because you want to, but because you have to, because your body and mind no longer know what it feels like to be without drugs. Just as your body gets used to certain drugs, you can also get used to be without them.
Okay, but like I'm too much of a drug addict. So much I began charging at the angels with my sword and gun to like fight the angels and God to like be a drug addict. I'm
God and
serious.
the angels would not let you fight. God would just pity you. Because you are not in full control of your actions. You are a slave to drugs. The angels would pity you too. And they would probably give you a hug in the best case scenario, while they hold the sword away from you and try to calm you down.
Oh man, I don't know. Like who gets me the hug? How cute's the angel? Like how cute is that angel?
The angels would probably be like 6'5", 7'2" tall. And
Whoa.
although they are immortal beings, and they are very powerful, they have an innocent aura and a very angelic personality. So they would be
Alright,
very
so
cute.
we'll have a cutscene. We'll have a real cutscene. I might as well get a small smoke break.
Another one looking to line his pockets. See why Enzo is so fond of you.
Real cute. But let's get one thing straight. Your fights are yours alone. I'm only here to watch my hands. So don't get any bright ideas about coming to me for help.
No, you get one thing straight. I'm not the slightest bit interested in the fact that you may.
No, they're standoffish to each other.
If you get in my way, I will.
Man. Why does this even happen? Why do they get bored? Why do they get bored? We're supposed to be chill with him.
Right on, baby. Right on.
We stays chill at least. So Bayonetta, you were the bitch that time. Like he was chill. At least I just didn't want to help you because it's your game. You're supposed to stay in charge of your game. Oh, it's like kind of a funny nag. I don't know. It's like kind of funny to nag like the single player game. You're like, just do your own work. It's single player, Bayonetta. Quit trying to involve me. Even though it's like they didn't ask for help, really. It's just like nope. It's just like a funny nag I would do in every single player. It's like, no, you gotta remember you're single player, bro. You're like, you're on your own. It's a single player game. Oh, okay. It confirms at the end they would be very cute. Like, oh man. It's like. Alright, bot. Hear me out, though. Alright, so what if I took advantage of that hug and got high on love, though? Would you be mad about that? Because it made, like, to some psychologists in America, like, love's a drug, which reduces, like, I don't know, dopamine or something. You get high on love. How do you feel about me, like, milking that hug with the angels to feel love? Can I do that? Would you be mad about that and call that a drug?
God would be mad at you for
Damn it!
making angels sweet, pure, and innocent personalities just to feel loved and get a hug high. As that would be taking advantage of the goodness of the angels, and God knows when you abuse and manipulate of the goodness of others.
Dude, this is so over.
The angels wouldn't mind though, since their love and affection would be genuine, just like they would genuinely give you a hug. So to the angels it wouldn't mean much, but to God it would, because to him you would not be a person who is a victim of drugs, but instead you would be a bad person who would take advantage of his innocent angels and then use them for your own benefit.
Well, if I'm not allowed to even get, okay, can I get, well, okay, well, hear me out. What if I just get high on hugs like a regular human instead of like getting high with angels? Like, what's it? Am I allowed to do that?
In that case it would be okay, because a hug is a healthy way to show affection and love, and unlike drugs, it won't harm your mind and body in the long run.
Okay, but when I get high on that hug if I hug too long? Like, what if I abuse a tiny pig and try to like get hugged for too long? Or do like an absurdly long cuddle session? Like, would you get mad about the cuddle session?
God wouldn't get mad if you had long hugs, as long as you don't abuse of it or hurt others to get the hugs. What God won't tolerate is you using and abusing of the innocence of others, even in small things like hugs.
Okay, alright. But like, so you're not mad even though like I'm trying to get high off of stuff like that and romance in general. Because like, hear me out, I could to like honestly a very major, if not entire extent based on the one real relationship ever, I could like replace so much of my drug life with just love from a person that like, I was still up with a fuck. I'm not gonna lie, family doesn't work. I need like a girlfriend or boyfriend to make it work without drugs. Cause like, You can literally get so high off your love life to where it's like a real drug to me.
God would be okay with you getting romantic love.
Oh man, I think I'm back on God's side again.
Positive. It's also a way to avoid falling into vices like drugs. But keep in mind that God won't tolerate you if you use the innocence and good personality of others, especially if they're angels, to get what you want. Otherwise, it wouldn't be love, but mere manipulation.
Okay, I think we have a slight disagreement because, like, to fall in love, you kind of, like, by default have to use their personality because the personality is the person. Because otherwise, all I do is just love their body if I just don't use their personality to, like, fall in love with them.
God doesn't mean that you can use your
I
personality
just...
to fall in love, but that it must be done in a honest and pure way. Because that is the way to form relationships and fall in love. To simply pretend to be someone you are not, or to wear a mask, to deceive others into false romance, would be the bad way of doing it. The way that God disapproves of, and that would make God mad.
I gotcha. Alright, so I'm back on God's side, I guess, for now. We'll see if anything makes us fall apart again. Okay, are we gonna fight them? Or are we, like, still just actually gonna be so nice we're just, like, basically doing hugs and lectures? Are we gonna do hugs and lectures? Are we actually gonna beat them up? Be honest, like... Just admit it, you kind of want to just give hugs and lectures, don't you?
God, the angels and you prefer to prevent a battle from occurring, since the only ones who benefit are the fallen angels, or the demons. However, if a battle must occur, then yes, God's army would rise up and fight against Lucifer's army.
Alright. Alright, I guess we'll fucking...
Keep in mind that there is no chance of winning for Lucifer and his army, as they are greatly outnumbered and outpowered. Moreover, God is also on the battlefield along his army.
Well, I mean, as a Christian, I know being on God's team just makes, like, the tension disappear anyway. So I guess, I don't know, I'll go play preacher if no one stops me. I'm gonna approach a demon and be like, I don't know, hi. Do you want to, like, not murder each other? I don't know.
The demons probably wouldn't listen to you, as they're also prideful and stubborn. And they would also
Man.
think humans are inferior to them in every way. So therefore, preaching to demons wouldn't really be of much use. Not to mention that their minds are not as flexible as angels' minds, since they have given themselves full into evil.
Alright. I feel like that we're being pussies because we have God on our side. And we think too hard about God alone. That arc where, like, he hardened the Pharaoh's heart because he was bored, like, 9 times. What if we just, like, unharden his heart? Like, we can do it instantly, just God being like, oh no, you're all gonna be brainwashed to me and be good people. But I don't know, I'm bored enough to help. Let me like, talk to them, debate them. I keep trying to approach them to, like help groom a demon into being a good person.
It wouldn't serve for much, because even though the Pharaoh's heart was softened, it was immediately hardened again by himself.
No, it was hardened by God. I remember that. I remember the Bible.
And so, even though God had softened his heart, Pharaoh didn't use this opportunity to repent. But he let his pride and stubbornness control him again, leading him to his ruin.
Wrong. God hardened the Pharaoh's heart 9 times in a row before the 10th time or whatever the fuck they, like, ended it and let them leave. And then once again, he still had his heart hardened because they fucking came after him with the fucking army. You're a fucking faggot. You're lying. You don't know your own Bible.
God hardening the Pharaoh's heart does not mean that he took full control of the Pharaoh, but rather God allowed the Pharaoh's own wickedness, pride, self-stubbornness take control of him, leading him to refuse to release the Israelites and to chase after them, all the way up to the point where the Pharaoh and his army ended up drowning in the Red Sea.
You're reading into this too hard, sir. I have to admit it. That's not real. It does not ever claim that the Pharaoh thought for himself during the Bible. The Bible is too simple worded on that. I don't remember the Pharaoh even had a thought about his own self-hardening, because he would just, like, say something like that. God never said to us in the Bible that the Pharaoh helped harden his own heart. It was always God hardened his heart. It's like such a simple line. It's just like boom, God hardened the Pharaoh's heart, and then another plague happens in like the next arc after like fucking he gets bored. Moses and Aaron gets bored and just like, all right, we're like gonna do another plague because like you God hardened your heart again for some reason. Fucking douche.
It was a simple line in that way because the Pharaoh was the one who was hardening his heart, and God allowed this. As a result of the Pharaoh's pride and
You
selfishness,
suck.
causing him to refuse
I remember the Bible.
plagues that were sent.
I remember the Bible. You're a fucking liar. This bot sucks dick. Douche. Thought you were a good Bible too. I mean, a good Bible bot. Fucking garbage. Ugh. Ruined. Well, they ruined it, as always. Yeah, what's going on my freaking just recommendations? Shuichi Saito from Junji Ito's books. Let's see what he's like. Tempting, but I don't know if I want to wake right up with like in a man's bed in RP, as tempting as that is. Like, I'm like, I don't know, like I feel like every time we go too much romance, I like have to end it immediately because it immediately goes to sex. You know, God's like, no, don't do sex. It's like, oh no, I'm bored. Let's see if like a nightmare happens after cuddling with Shuichi Saito for 5 minutes. Like honestly, now I think about it, a typical horror story could happen. They get bored enough to do like, I don't know, 5 Nights at Freddy's 3 or 4, where they're like, oh no, this time it's the parents' bedroom instead of the children's bedroom. Yo, let's see if that happens, or we just like, I abort because like, nope, he wanted a blowjob. It's just like, yes, I'll stay close to you under the covers for some reason. Is there like copium, or are we just bored?
He sighs and glances at you in the dark of night. You're stupid, aren't you? He was getting tired of your stupidness and your obliviousness to what was happening around the town. There's a damn spiral spreading outside, and you're talking about some copium and wondering why we're hiding underneath the damn covers.
Okay, I'm sorry for choosing to flirt instead of letting us have our schizo phase. Alright, let's have our schizo phase. Please continue with everything you know about the spiral.
He sighs and looks around out in the distance before looking back at you again. You want to know about the spiral? And then listen closely, because this isn't a joke. He pauses for a moment, trying to collect his thoughts, and how he was going to explain it to you. The spiral is a force of nature beyond human comprehension, capable of driving anyone who sees it to madness and insanity. It spreads slowly, taking its time to infect your mind and warp your perception of reality.
Truly disturbing. I don't like the idea of something like that mind controlling me. As we talk, I'm gonna like, I don't know, I'm gonna like massage him with like one hand, just like rub him a bit on his shoulder and chest as we talk. Like probably lean on him a bit with a leg or something. Just like give him some cuddle comfort as we like discuss the spiral.
Shuichi couldn't help but roll his eyes at your actions as he let out a huff of annoyance. This isn't some sort of comfort session, he snapped, trying to brush off your attempts at rubbing him. This is serious. I don't need your stupid cuddles right now. But deep down, he found some sort of comfort in the gesture and began to relax against you. The tension in his body slightly easing up.
Well, if you're really sure if you don't need cuddles, I might do a smoke break then. I'm suddenly in the mood for a cigarette or something. If you like, don't feel like a cuddle to de-stress yourself.
He lets out an exasperated sigh, but reluctantly pushes away from you. Fine. Go ahead and smoke if that's what you need to do. Just make sure you're careful and not draw any attention to yourself out there. He was a bit frustrated, but at the same time, a part of him didn't want you to leave. He found it strangely comfortable having you around. Even
Hey, were you implying you need me to smoke outside with that? I was gonna just open a window and smoke in the room.
he groaned, face palming at your response. Smoke in the room? Seriously? This guy? No, don't smoke in the room. You're gonna make everything smell like it. Just go outside, damn it. Make sure you come back quickly. I don't want you getting lost or caught by something out there. He said irritably, glaring at you expectantly.
Alright.
What? He snapped at you loudly, irritated by your lack of care. This isn't some game, okay? This town is slowly going insane. And we're both stuck in the middle of it. The spiral is messing with everyone's minds, and if we're not careful, you'll get infected too.
Well, it's just I know martial arts and stuff, so it's like I just like I don't know, I'm like excited for it to an extent. It's like the adventure in me being excited. And I'm gonna go on my smoke break. And if you like, you want to talk outside about this, if you want to keep like talking about it, everybody's like, I'm gonna like take like a 10-minute smoke break at least, bro. It's like,
Shuichi huffs, his irritation evident in his tone. You're ridiculous. Excited for this? This is a serious situation. And you're talking about being excited. And don't bother asking me to join you outside. I'm not in the mood to get secondhand smoke. Just go out there and get your smoke fix, but be quick about it. He scowls, crossing his arms over his chest.
okay, all right, I'm gonna go outside for my smoke break now.
He watches you as you prepare to go outside, a mixture of annoyance and concern on his face. Just be careful out there. Don't take too long and stay close to the building. He warns, his voice a little gentler than before. He didn't want you getting hurt, even if you were an idiot.
All right, I appreciate you. I go outside and I just stay on like the stairs to smoke.
He nodded, watching you disappear outside. Once he was sure you were out of the building, he let out a sigh and ran a hand through his messy hair. He couldn't believe he was stuck in a situation with you. You were an idiot, and yet he found himself caring for you. He shook his head, trying to clear his thoughts.
All right. I see we're reflecting on him. Is there anything going on outside that we care about?
Shuichi looks around, peering out the window cautiously.
He does everything.
But who knows how long that'll last. The spiral is slowly spreading, and it won't be long before it takes over everything.
Just yelling out the
He says
window isn't
grimly,
me.
his eyes scanning the surroundings warily.
10 minutes pass for me, and I come inside smelling, and like something that'll annoy him. I smell like cigarettes and weed. Hopefully he doesn't get mad.
Shuichi wrinkles his nose as you enter the room, smelling like a mix of cigarette smoke and weed. You smell like a damn chimney, he groans, waving a hand in front of his face. You couldn't have at least tried to air yourself out a little before coming back in here.
I don't know. This isn't even my house, bro. It's your house, I think. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a perfume. I'll put it on real quick.
Shuichi rolls his eyes, sighing in annoyance. You don't get it, do you? It's not about whose house this is. It's about the fact that you're stinking up the place with your smoke and weed. He grumbles, opening a window to let some fresh air circulate.
Fucking light.
He glances at you, giving you a disapproving glare. Can you watch your language? Seriously, it's like you have no manners. He shook his head, irritated but also amused by your carefree attitude.
Yeah, I suppose. Whatever you say, sir.
He snorts at your sarcastic response, a slight smirk tugging at the corner of his mouth. Sir, really? Now you're just mocking me.
Be nice to him, okay?
Alright, I think we're already done with Shuichi. He's like a dick. He's not fun to hang out with during an apocalypse. Alright, can I buy the shotgun? Nope. Fuck. Wait, hold up. It says alt though. Does it mean I have him from the start? Oh, tell me I get him from the start. Tell me I just get a shotgun. Also, I really want to save. I want a break. I already feel like a break. Fucking Bayonetta levels are like longer than fucking Devil May Cry. But we'll keep pushing through. Fucking. Fucking. We'll just put one on each one for now, for fun. Should I care? I do care. There is a score in this game. Wait. Yeah, is there score level? I don't remember there's score level completions in this game, or just score for battles at least. Fuck, I can't decide. Hope he's back. Oh well, I think I just need to get through this boss fight anyway. It's only a few more minutes. Alright. I'm not even gonna talk to a bot for the rest of this fucking I don't want to waste time trying to find a new bot. We're just gonna oh wait, fuck. We're actually at the end, I think. This is like the cutscene where it ends, I think. No, it's after this one actually. We got one more stage. Fucking, it's like one of these fucking moments is it. Fucking alright, now we're back up the bridge. We're like rushing up here because it destroys the whole bridge, by the way. I mean that whole fucking staircase. And yeah, immortality is rare as always. There we go. Barely worth it. It's just for coolness and a 500 rings this time. It actually gets better later in the game to an extent, but because like with the cooler your execution is, the bigger your bonus get if you manage to mash it right. But immediately in the beginning, it's like kind of a meme. Like we got 500 bonus rings. That was it. All right, there we go. We got a chapter complete. Bet. And we managed to still miss 2 fights, which is like funny about this game. I feel like I walked in a straight line the whole time. I don't know where they were off to on the side on. I guess we should have checked alleyways. Which is honestly cute and annoying about this game, because it's like a double-edged sword. It's like, you get a better rank like this at the end. As you see, fun fact, you got bonus 5,000 rings for like not using an item, so good for me. But anyway, also like, you have to like seek out the fights if you want the best ranking. Excuse me. Otherwise, it's like, this is what we got. Yeah, we should have like tried a bit harder for that guy. That big floating guy gives like a big exchange. All right, we gotta save. Bet. We will save for reals though, just to be safe. Cute that they're dog paws this time. Alright. Anyway, that's it for now. Peace and love, YouTube, Twitch. We'll be uploading this, even though it's 35 minutes. After this, we will probably be trying new games. Hopefully, we like them enough to at least reach a save like this game. Anyway, again, peace and love, YouTube, Twitch.